Hey, it's Francesca again. It's October 29th, part two of my little chat on impermanence, an addendum to my little teary eyed farewell there. It's basically the concept of impermanence does go right hand in hand with acceptance, right? Which is the whole part about meditation, is that we learn to accept things as they are and we just notice the changes. One of the things that physiologically happens somatically and kinesthetically is our bodies have a real great internal antenna that we often, I know I have not often, paid attention to. And they tell us when we're sad, when we're happy, when we're afraid, when we're joyful. And sometimes they don't always respond appropriately in the moment. For example, if you're watching a scary movie, cognitively you know that there's nobody who's going to come and hurt you, but you still get all those emotions and those feelings. That's something that we elect to do. So we put ourselves in a environment where it's safe to feel scared. But if somebody's walking a couple of yards behind you on a dark street in the middle of the city, in an alley in the middle of the night, you might actually really be scared, regardless of whether or not there was a real a threat there. That may be a real threat. We don't know. But that has to do with the ways in which evolution and the ways in which our bodies have adapted somatically and neurologically speaking in our brains to the perception of threat. But rather than get into a long conversation about fear right now, which I think is really important, and hopefully I'll get back to it, I just wanted to say one thing about the fact that I kind of choked up and teared up at the end there. Our emotions kind of rise and fall in the matter of about 90 seconds, roughly. So when we are able to just give ourselves the space to kind of sit with the emotion, you saw it happen in the middle of the video there. I kind of got choked up when I showed the picture of Louisa. And then I reined it back in. It's not so much that you can't cry or you can't, be really ebullient or whatever, emotion is arising within you, but to know that you're not going to get stuck there, right? Like, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not going to get stuck in a sad mood all day just because I cried a few tears for Louisa, my kitty who died this summer that I explained in the other video that I just taped. But what it does do, meaning the knowledge that the emotion is impermanent, which is what today's talk is about, is really empowering because you know you don't get stuck there. It comes and it goes. It changes moment to moment. So I was a little happy, then I was a little sad, then I was a little neutral. It's all fine. But in our culture, oftentimes we're told, back up, don't show your emotion, don't show that you're sad, don't show that you're overly happy, don't show certain things about yourself. And sure, there are ways that we can regulate it. For example, if I'm on TV as a news anchor doing a newscast, if I were to get overly emotional for every sad story that I read, that would be a problem. I wouldn't be able to do my job. So there's a certain way in which we are able to kind of go through life with an awareness that is, sort of detached but not dispassionate. But then there are times when we just really feel an emotion arise, which I did, and I totally accept it, and it's fine, and now I'm going to go do yoga or something, or whatever I'm going to do with my day. But the point is that I just wanted to share that, case in point, with our bodies, we really only have a minute or two to have to work with for an emotion to rise and fall. So next time you get irked or angered or irritated, I would invite you to consider this. Before you do anything, just try it. Perhaps it's a suggestion. Before you say anything or do anything, like send that email that you want to send back, or open your mouth and speak words that may or may not reflect the totality of the relationship that you have with the person that you're with, that may have irritated you. For example, perhaps give yourself literally 60 to 90 seconds, just say, and just keep breathing, right? Notice your breath. Try to be aware of your breath, either how your abdomen feels rising and falling, or perhaps just the way in which the nose takes and exhales the breath itself, the coolness or warmth of the breath on your nose hairs, and then see what happens, and see if you don't still want to make that same response that you were thinking of, or if things haven't opened up a little bit and dissipated a little bit and there's a little more spaciousness, and then you're in a better place to respond and not react. and see whether or not that would make any difference to the bigger picture and the long-term goals of perhaps keeping a good relationship with whoever the person is who's on the other side of the email, or the person that just irritated you, or whatever. Or in my case, feeling sad, giving myself space for that, holding myself in compassion with a little bit of just love for myself, knowing that it's perfectly natural that I still have feelings for my kitty, and then being able to just really enjoy the day and be grateful for the fact that I've been gifted this other day, and I have these two little kitties that are still here in my home that I love, because I got a new one after Louisa died, Penny, and that's it. This is life, folks. Every day is different. We just do the best we can, but the more we can do it with awareness and loving presence, I think the more contented and fulfilling we'll be in the long run. Off my soapbox for today, I'm Francesca Maxime. This is WiseGirl. You can always tweet me and find me anywhere online. My handle is @Francesca Maxime. See you. Have a great day.